Hello, I decided to go live because my past 3 poems or 4 are all about emotional healing. And seeing that my poetry is channeled from my masters, they are letting me know that there are a lot of people who are feeling emotional. So I decided to come online and give you all some tools and some hints on how to take care of your emotions. And I'm just going to kind of wait. I see hi, Kay and Margaret. Thanks for joining. And also, because I am a world healer, my Reiki is automatically activated. So you will receive my Reiki energy just by being here. And especially if you feel emotional, you will be calm. Trust me. So I could go on and on and on, but really, I'm going to say this as I say it every time. You are your own creator. We have been brainwashed in floods of negativity. I don't even know how to even say it to get it to your head that every thought and thing that you've been raised by is negative. And it was all a plan. And really, at this point, it doesn't matter. What matters is the tools that you need to use to release it. Because you don't want to stay, hi, Anna, you don't want to stay in negative emotions. Because we have energy on this planet. It's either fear energy or love energy. And at this time, and for a while, and for a long time to come, the energies on the planet are forcing you to awaken and release all your past issues. And so they're surfacing and showing themselves to you. And a lot of you are becoming, having anxiety attacks, panic attacks, suicidal, feeling suicidal and all of this. So I know when you're going through that, the last thing you want to do is try to do something positive, but it will change your present emotions. It'll change the nature of your thoughts, because nobody does anything to you. Nobody hurts you, and nobody can hurt you. You allow it all yourself. You are responsible for everything that happens in your life. And, it's gotten to the point where television shows, they're all based on the old paradigm. It's about fear. It's about lying, cheating. It's about judging others. How do you get away from this? Especially, I like to watch television sometimes, but it's just making me sick to my stomach. So I've just been watching The Home Show. The Home Show is kind of fun. It just, you see how these old homes have been, remodeled or whatever. So there's nothing negative there. It's important. Watch cartoons or something, because all the information that we're flooded with is negative. I really seriously believe that the medical field has been brainwashed themselves. I think half the doctors don't even get it. And it's become a conglomeration of more ways to hurt all of you through pharmaceuticals. It's just poisonous stuff. There's so many natural things you can do for yourself. Think about it. Way back before pharmaceuticals came around, people were healing themselves with nature, because nature is your pharmaceutical store. So there are stores that sell holistic supplements that will get rid of anxiety, depression, all kinds of things that doesn't have any negative ingredients, harmful ingredients. added to it. Hi, Tina, Anna. So it's kind of like, I don't know, it's using the tools that are available to you spiritually. So, but first I want to go back to me. Believe it or not, I was raised in an extremely negative household. My mom told me that it was her job to tell me everything I did wrong. So I've had to overcome all of that negative thoughts that I lived in. I thrived on negativity. I mean, it made me feel good. That's pretty bad, but I get it. Spirit has set me up to experience everything negative. This is why I can relate. And then I also have this analytical mind, and so I can put things together really simply when I analyze it. So for instance, when I was a teenager, I didn't know who I was. I was getting messages, of course, but, living in a household of negativity, learning negativity and blah, blah, blah. I used to have my friends, I used to depend on them for all their advice and follow everything that they said, which I don't do that anymore. And I'll tell you that in a minute. But in any case, I had this girlfriend, and if I had this guy I wanted to go out with, she would tell me, oh, no, you don't want to go out with him. So because she told me that, I wouldn't go out with him. I would listen to her. And then maybe a month later, she had a date. And then she wanted me to have a date with her and bring this guy that she told me I should never see. And then it was like, well, that doesn't make sense to me. And then it all came together that when she told me that, she was single. So she was single, and so she didn't want me to have anyone. And then as soon as she had a boyfriend, then it was okay for me to be with this guy that she said was bad for me. And you see, this is how my mind works. I see things, I put them together, and then everything makes sense. And from that experience, I told myself, I need just to listen to myself. I need to know how to follow myself and know my own answers. And this is how things have changed for me. And then I would read something like, oh, everybody's in a rush. And everybody, hates traffic. And then they get into fighting on the freeways or standing in line at stores. And, there's too many people and, all of this stuff. Without knowing that everything is on a time frame. So everything is positive. So let me start out with that. You need to write this down. Nothing in your life is negative. Every single solitary thing is positive. You just need to know how to make it positive. And you need to be responsible for yourself and put on your adult pants or whatever you want to call it, and just own to the fact that you've created all this mess that you're in, and so you can change it. So anyway, there's timing, and you don't even know how much you're protected. So you can get into a line at the grocery store and you're in some hurry to go somewhere, and there's this huge line and it's taken forever and you get impatient. But that might be the time for you to relax. There might be somebody in that line there who has something for you, a message for you, a gift for you. You'd have no idea. So you listen to what's going on around you. You might be being held back to get in your car because there's an accident on the road that they're trying to get you to avoid. And that's how it works. You could rush up the hill try to get to a restaurant, in some far distant place. And there's just traffic. And when you're being held back, it's like, oh, I bet there's a long wait at that restaurant. And so I might as well just enjoy the ride and enjoy the music. And that's it. And then test it. because it's true. I've tested everything. I don't relay anything to you I haven't tested and proven to be correct. And I mean, there are times, there was another thing. You can tell your guides how you want things to happen for you, and they'll do it for you. I mean, you can have whatever you want. You can create whatever you want. Don't give people power, because if people have power over you, you gave it to them. Don't worry about what other people think about you, because everybody is a reflection of you. So if you could walk outside and look at the whole world and go, everybody is just you. And you can judge yourself by how other people treat you. People who challenge you are really helping you. So instead of being upset and getting mad and pointing fingers and being judgmental, because that's what we all do, right? You like, oh, well, she's annoying me because let's say she's doing such and such. Well, she's showing me that that's what I do. We don't know the things that we do. We're not familiar with ourselves. So other people show us, and that's really all they do. And when you change, all the people around you change, because everybody reflects you. It's that easy. A lot of people don't want to make these spiritual changes because it's too much work to be positive. It is a lot of work to be positive. And it sounds ridiculous that being positive is a pain in the ass. And it's only a lot of work because you're not used to it. But when you become positive, it's like opening up a gold mine. I mean, nobody on the planet can hurt you. Nobody can affect you. Now, me, I'm a double Cancer. Cancers are sensitive, emotional, intuitive, and so are all the other water signs. But even if you're not a water sign and you don't know your planets and where they're placed, you could be an air sign or a fire sign like Leo or Aquarius or whatever, and you could have your moon in Cancer or your ascendant in Cancer or Pisces or whatever. So it just kind of depends. But the point is that when you're me, a double Cancer, and a lot of you feel like this anyway, you always feel that people are talking about you, or you worry about how people are going to judge you or what they're going to think about what you do and what you say. And it really doesn't matter, because those who judge others are judging themselves. These are little things. You need to write it down and use that as your new Bible study. Not the fear-based stuff that you've been taught, but the positive things. How do I make anything positive? Well, if you're sick, what do we say? I'm sick. If you don't want to be sick, then don't say you're sick. Say, I'm healthy and I'm well. You will be well. That's all you need to do. You can fear your future because of the news and the way we've been raised and the cost of everything. Or you can ignore it. I would never turn on the news. I don't need to know if there's anything going on, shootings, killings, bombings, all of that. I don't need to know. Does a 5-year-old know? Do they need to know? If they don't need to know, you don't need to know. Because half the stuff you see on television isn't true anyway. And if it is true, it's not as bad as they make it. I mean, it's like I was waiting tables in Virginia Beach when I lived there for 2 years. I'm born and raised in California. I've experienced maybe, 5 earthquakes. Maybe. But what do they put on the news? Oh, California, earthquake, 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 earthquake. So I'm waiting tables in this restaurant, and it's summertime, and people are here on vacation. And, with the humidity, there's thunder and lightning storms, pouring down rain. And I said to all my customers, why do you come here for vacation? Why don't you go to California? It's like, oh, no, there's earthquakes there. And then I have to scratch my head and I go, well, let's see, you all have hurricanes, tornadoes, and you have them all the time. I mean, an earthquake doesn't happen all the time. And if it does, so what? It's not going to hurt you, but they put it on the news, the destruction and the fear, and they only show you the people that are crying. They don't show you the other people who are fine and nothing really happens. We have 7.3 earthquakes here in San Diego. I was in one, and I brought this up before. My guides took me out of it. So I didn't even know we had one. And a 7.3 in some third world country destroys the whole country. Here it does nothing. So, and not only does it not do anything, you don't have to experience anything negative unless you fear it. You draw these experiences to you. You do it. Nobody else does. So take back your life and your control and love yourself. You need to wake up in the morning and focus on yourself. Positive energy, positive affirmations. And you don't just say them like, I'm happy. Is that going to make you happy? No. If you wake up depressed, don't say I'm depressed. Say I'm happy. I'm happy. If you have to do it for an hour and repeat it for an hour, which trust me, you won't, you'll become happy because it's energy. It's higher vibrational energy than being in negative mode energy, because that's what we do. We vibrate. I don't know really how to explain that. Muriel, what do you mean the people crying matter? What do you mean? You need to explain a little bit more, because people who are crying for help. Everybody's crying for help. What do they need? They need guidance on how to overcome whatever they're upset about. I mean, a lot of people, sometimes they make people feel worse. Oh, you poor thing, I feel so sorry for you. Or they'll bring up all the negative stuff that could have created this in the first place. So every situation is different, Muriel. So if you could be more specific. Yes, losses. Okay, true. I understand. Lots of injuries and losses. You lose your son, you lose your child, you lose your daughter, you lose your parents, you lose your friends. I don't see it as a loss. The word loss is a very negative word. It creates negative energy. I mean, words create energy. It's not a party for you, but it's not a loss either. If you could know really and truly, I can analyze things to death without feelings, okay? So don't take me wrong. I do have feelings, but everything's a choice. We walk this planet for a choice. We're only here because we have free will choice, and you can learn the fastest on planet Earth than you can maybe somewhere else. This is all changing anyway. It's not something that I've been told, but I have been told through my poetry. So I'm going to say that eventually this planet's going to go back to the way it was. Now, I'm not going to get into the way it was, because that's not what this is about. What this is about at this moment is ridding yourself of emotions and taking responsibility for them and your life. I can't even begin to tell you how many people tell me, oh, but you don't know how my life was. You don't know what happened to me. You don't know what my parents did to me. Everybody's had these issues. Why do we have these issues? Because we chose to have them. That's why. Abandonment issues. You chose to be abandoned because you abandoned somebody else. I mean, when you leave the planet, you know everything you've done. You make the choice to come back here and deal with that. You set yourself up for it. You choose the parents who are going to abandon you. It's all karma. That's why family is not thicker than, or what is it, blood is thicker than water? That's a bunch of BS. We're all family. Muriel, you're my family. Kay, you're my family. Everybody in the world is family, but you're also family with the flowers, the rocks, the trees, the whales, all the sea animals, the birds. We're family where everybody is us. We are one. So, I mean, come on, you all have people in your life that treat you better than your own parents did, or your own sisters or brothers. It's just another form of separation. Religion, a form of separation. Race, a form of separation. Do you think you're born prejudiced? No, you learn prejudice. You learn all the negativity. Go to a school of a bunch of kindergartners and look at them. Oh, hell, go back further than that, because some of them have already been brainwashed with negativity. To little babies. I mean, especially the babies nowadays, they're all here. Most of them are probably star children. They're all here helping all of you know more about love. I mean, people plaster this stuff on YouTube all the time, or even on Facebook, how young children are guiding adults with their emotional problems and are telling you all don't eat the animals, you know. But anyway, you choose your parents, your whole family's karma, everybody in your family. And you need to step away from your family and say, what is it that I learned from my mother? What is it that I learned from my father? What is it that I learned from Susan and John and, you know, every Tom, Dick, and Harry? What is it that they were teaching me to change myself? Because the only person who's important is you. Yeah, you don't believe in karma? Well, that's fine. I mean, Muriel, you don't have to believe in karma. You can believe in whatever you want to believe in. But karma is going away, and you can get rid of all your karma, but it is part of the law of the universe, the old paradigm, and we're part of the old paradigm. Okay, so until the world completely changes, you know, that'll be different. But think about it. When it comes to death, what you call death is a separation out of your body into your spirit, into who you really and truly are, because you're not truly who you are. This face is not me. Me is my soul. I'm just in this body this time. I've been in other bodies. I've been a man. I've been a woman. I've been Indian. I've been Black. I've been Asian. I've been all of it. We all have to experience it. That was the old paradigm. It's going to change. When is it going to change? Hopefully by the end of this month, right? But you know what? I can't attach myself to these outcomes anymore, because all it does is upset me. So I live in the present moment, because there's nothing bad in the present moment. But we do come back and make these choices. And you can look at your parents and see what you chose to deal with. Because it's true, when you do leave the planet, in the past anyway, you see your whole life and all the lives you've ever incarnated in, and all the things that you've learned, and all the things that you need to learn from. Because right now, Muriel, the astrology is set up that's bringing all your past lives, all the trauma that everybody's ever experienced, and everything from this life to the surface. Because the new earth is not going to have all of this baggage that we carry and hold us down. Yeah, you can learn peace, love, and wisdom. I mean, you can set up a marriage from before you get here and get a divorce. You set it all up. And so if this person that you had a setup with to divorce because of whatever happened between you two in the past, and you learn peace, love, and wisdom, you won't have a divorce. So really, why are we here? We're here to learn about unconditional love. Unconditional love means we love without conditions. We don't tell people how they have to behave for us to love them. No, we don't give people lists of what they need to do to make you happy, because nobody on this planet will ever make you happy. That's nobody's job to do that. You only can make you happy. Only you can do that. So when you love yourself, and you love yourself so much, you can spend time with yourself, do everything that your heart desires, then you can just manifest over and over and over and over and over again. And you'll always have some kind of a challenge, because that's what life's all about. Even when you leave the planet, you'll be challenged. I mean, challenge is part of us. So exactly, Kay. Everything that lies dormant is surfacing to be transmuted, so we can plant the new seeds of the golden age. And then there are some of us who are, star seeds, whatever. It's not that, you need to label yourself. It just means that you've experienced so much more, and you volunteered to come here to enlighten people who aren't on that level of thought. We all have our own gifts. So when you release all the trauma and forgive everybody, forgive yourself, go through your life in steps, do all of this in baby steps, because you've been the way you are for thousands and thousands of years. So you can't expect to change overnight, but you've got the tools and the universe helping you change much faster than it ever took me. So, and I'm still always learning. So really, what you need to do is write a bunch of affirmations. Write down all the things that you love about yourself and only focus on that. Don't focus on any negatives. Anything in your life that you think is negative is not. So make it positive. I hate myself. I love myself. I lost my job. I'm getting a new job. You don't lose a job. You just probably stayed in your job way too long and you were afraid to leave. And unfortunately, the world's been based on money. And think about it. All the fear, the trauma, the stress is based on money. You want it not to be based on money? Then you need to change. Because it's going to change. Money eventually is going to be gone. God didn't supply money for us in this capacity, so it's all off balance. And we got all these super rich people and super poor people and middle class that, the government tries to take away, and they're so sneaky and underhanded. I mean, you can lift yourself so high and you can see things with eagle eyes, is what I say. See the real truth. The propaganda that's on the TV show, commercials, movies. Oh, I hate movies, to be honest with you. Alien attacks, to plant the seed that aliens are not bad. And not only that, they probably have some subliminal messages added to it that you don't even know about. Just like, popcorn was subliminal. I mean, everybody's addicted to popcorn, and you think of popcorn, you think of a movie. I now think of a different place, which some of you know which place that is, but it doesn't matter. But it's just the point I'm trying to make. It's kind of hilarious. See, on the other side of everything, there's magic. There's beauty. I post all the beauty, all the beautiful pictures. I mean, I can look at a photo and go there. You can put yourself in places that you've been before that you're not presently in now, because we're multidimensional. So you can do that. You can manifest money without a job. You can manifest a job if that's what you want. You can manifest friends. You can manifest a lover. You can manifest anything you want. That's your gift. It was taken away. You don't even know how much power you have. And that's why you need to know the power of your mind. Because the power of your mind creates more and more emotions for you just by what you think. Just what you believe. If you believe negative, you create it. I mean, I'm beginning to wonder now, everybody is so involved in the weather patterns. Maybe all the people who have snowstorms and rainstorms, they created it. Who knows? Some of it's probably geoengineered, whatever. But you want to heal yourself. And also, I've said this before and I'll say it again, cancer is not a death sentence. You've all been brainwashed to believe cancer is a death sentence, and you follow what your doctors tell you. There are people on this planet who are spiritual beings who intuit from higher entities on how to heal anything. And that's true too, because I have vision of people who passed over. And by the way, when you pass over, you're not old anymore. You're back to 30. And people are talking about that's what's going to happen to planet Earth. You'll go back to 30. But you see, it's not going to magically happen like a wand is going to go off and everybody's going to be somebody different. No, you have to be different. If you want to be in the fifth dimension right now, you have to change yourself. You got to do it. And then you can join everybody else who's already there. You know, we've been raised to be given things to heal. You know, take a pill and lose weight. Take a pill and get rid of anxiety. Take a pill and, you know, get pregnant. Or take a pill and don't get pregnant. Do you know that pregnancy is already going to happen whether you want it to or not? Haven't you heard stories of people who've taken the birth control pill and gotten pregnant? Everything is planned. Everything. I mean, I don't know however else to tell you except that you need to use some of these tools and see it for yourself. You need to test it for yourself. Sit down if you're feeling emotional right now and say, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, until you see that you'll feel happy. If you have pain, tell yourself pain isn't real. I'm not human. Pain's not real. And call Archangel Raphael to bring his emerald green healing light and visualize it on your knee or wherever it is. And put your hand there. You don't have to have Reiki or no Reiki to heal your own body with your own hand, with your own positive energy. Why do you think we do that automatically? You see, we do things automatically like the birds do and all the animals who don't read. You know what I'm saying? There's so much stuff. I mean, you can change weather. I've changed the weather. I changed the weather when I was in Oregon. You can do it for the higher good, not for selfish reasons. But I did it for the higher good of Oregon. And it happened. Did I know I could do it? No. But I tried and it worked, so I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. You can do anything. You're that powerful. If you don't want to do anything negative, you don't want to use it against people. You don't want to put hexes on people. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't want to wish people dead. I mean, my sister, who I don't even talk to anymore. But anyway, she used to say every day she wished her husband would drop dead. Every single day. Every day, every day. For years and years and years. And guess what? He did. He got out of bed one night and he dropped dead. Did she create that? That's a good question. I really don't know. I don't think she had anything to do with his death, but maybe how he went, who knows? I don't know. It's possible. I think we choose the way we're going to leave the planet anyway, but that can change too. So from my understanding, when it all changes, whenever that will be or however long that will take, it's a process that we will end up going back to our 30s. If you're over 30, if you're under 30, you'll grow to your 30. There will be healing technologies for everybody. I'm beginning to think possibly, even if you have issues with your knees, your legs, your back, whatever, that's all going to be taken care of. There are ways to do it now. There are people who know how to straighten out a spine just through touch. I've seen it. It's amazing. So, because illness is not from God. Sickness, that's not from God. Negativity is not from God. All you need to do is love. Love everybody, love yourself. That's all you need to do. And don't tell me you love yourself, because it takes a lot of time to do that. When you put other people before you, you don't love yourself. When you worry about what other people think of you, you don't love yourself. When you stay in abusive relationships, you don't love yourself. I mean, anything like that. If you judge others, you don't love yourself. Because you're just judging yourself. So you say, I love myself, but look how fat she is. Talk about yourself. You can't really hurt anybody. You can only hurt yourself. So there are steps to take. You can check the power of your thoughts on the freeway. It just depends what it is that you hate doing the most. Because whatever you hate doing the most, you have a negative thought about it. So now change the thought and see the difference, the different outcome from it. Because we're energy. When you're on the freeway, if you think that people are assholes on the freeway, then you've just made everybody around you an asshole. You've created it for yourself. People cutting you off, don't let you in, don't let you change lanes. All the things that I could possibly think of that people could possibly do to you would not happen if you changed the words and the way you felt about driving on the freeway. It's that simple. So test it. Oh, also flowers, plants, they need love too. And I think I might have mentioned this before. I wish I could show you my flowers. But if you could take an electrode and put them around your plants, you could, like an EKG monitor or whatever, but it's not that. There's something you could do. I don't know what. But you could see the activity of how the flowers respond when you leave the house and when you come home. They need love. They respond to love. Your trees respond to love. Everything. There was a bird that got hurt and was outside my window. This is when I lived in my other place. And he was under my window. And I looked out. I didn't want to go outside because I didn't want him to try to fly away. And he couldn't move. And I opened up the window and I sent him Reiki. And he just looked up at me. It was so cute. And I just gave him some Reiki. I didn't know what would happen to him. He had a really bad accident. And I left, did some other things. And about an hour later, I came back and he was gone. So he got better and flew away, he or she, whatever it was. And I've been sending Reiki and love energy to the sea and to the whales and to the dolphins. A dolphin and the whales are actually my totem animals. But I've been sending it to them and to all the creatures on the planet and all the people on the planet. And all the people not on the planet, because they need it too. And I posted a picture a week or two ago that And yeah, I do take a lot of selfies because so many interesting things show up on me that it amazes me. And there was a whale on my neck. And it was kind of cool that I'm assuming the whale was on my neck, maybe thanking me for sending healing energy to the whales. I don't know. I really don't know. But it was cool. So, yes, Selena, we are in the fifth dimension, but not everybody is actually think they're in the fifth dimension because of their own vision and their own reality. That's what I'm trying to say. I could walk down the street hand in hand in the fifth dimension and see rainbows, beauty, love, and peace and harmony. And the person who's with me only thinks about negativity and fear-based thoughts and doesn't even see what I see. So yeah, you're right. It is here right now. So if you want to be a part of it, then practice saying positive things. When you spout out something negative, take it back. As long as you catch yourself and say, stop it, it's not going out to the universe, I take it back, you're fine. But if you don't, you send it out and you create it. And that's it. Oh, let me think. Maybe I have a message. Let me see if I have a message from my book. I don't know. Oh, I love my book. We are one. Our land is beautiful, wild, and free, only if you allow it to be. Stop the fear, the hatred, the lies that spreads around disguised. Do you see this poem that I picked up for all of you? Is this not about what I've been speaking about? Did I know I was going to get a poem? No. Did I trust what I received? Yes, that's what you need to do. And here it is. This is how it works. It's magic. Stop your judgments of others too. Everyone is learning just like you. Remember, we are not separate. We are one. Why worry about what they do? It only keeps you from having fun. Wake up every day new, refreshed, and free by being grateful for what you have. Keeps you from feeling sad. Love yourself through and through. Love is free medicine for you. Your body will love you too. Love is the answer to all your pain. Wear it, be it, spread it, then you will gain. See life with new eyes. Every day becomes your prize. Really, I would change that every day to every minute could be a surprise. You know, instead of fearing your future, create your future. Put out what it is that you want in your future to create it. You want to be healthy? I'm healthy. You want to be young? I never age. I'm always young. You want a house? I am having my new home, and this is how it's going to look, and this is what I'm going to pay for it. You know, you can find deals anywhere. Don't listen to your realtor. Don't listen to anybody. Follow your guides. I used to argue with my realtors all the time. Oh, no, you can't do that, Maxine. Oh, yes, I can. And if you want to work for me, you're going to do it too. You just have to be clear about it. And don't let other people manipulate you by their studies or their real estate experiences, because that's earth crap. No, you have guides. You can create anything, which I'm going to back up in the hospital again because it just hit me what I forgot to tell you. I did speech therapy assistant, and I had to do practicum, which I had to go to the hospitals, do a couple of hours with speech therapists and, you know, watch what they did. Speech therapy helps people with strokes and stuff like that. Anyway, I went to this hospital to do 2 hours of my practicum, is what they called it. And it happened to be a Spanish-speaking hospital, and all the people in there were Spanish, and all the people who worked there spoke Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. And And so I was in a room with a family, a Spanish family, and their father had had a stroke. And sometimes when you have a stroke, your vocal cords get paralyzed. And so when you eat or swallow, your food doesn't go in the right place. And it can create, issues and choking and all that kind of stuff. And he was having major issues with that. And she would do her treatment on him. Well, when I was there, no lie, an angel came, and I saw an angel behind him, his bed. And it was a she. She was behind him, and she was doing this. She must have been giving him energy or something. I don't know what she did, what she was doing, but this is what she did to him. Nobody could see it. I saw it, of course. And then the therapist goes, "Oh my, Mr. So-and-so, you're getting better." And he was, because of the angel. So you might not have the vision, and that's okay. But there's things going on right around you that you're not even aware of. I can't even begin to tell you. It's become more intense of the entities that are floating around this planet. And I see them on my TV screen when the TV's off. Like a movie, they're running all around my TV screen. Partying and dancing. This is new. It's like a hologram. And I know a lot of you see this, on designs. You'll see faces on designs. If you would actually stare at the face long enough, it'll change and become a different face. And eventually, maybe, I don't know what happens for me, they talk. Now, sometimes I can't sleep at night because when I close my eyes, they're all in my room. And they're dancing and they're playing and they're sliding on slides and they're riding bicycles and they're kissing. And it's like, people, you need to leave. My eyes are closed. I can't go to sleep. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, it's good to carry black obsidian with you because I see negative energy. This is why I know how you can talk to someone on the phone. You could go to a mall, any store. Heck, you could drive down the freeway, get gas. Anybody that's around you that's carrying negative energy can attach itself to you. And it's not to tell you this to fear. It's just to make you aware that you could pick up negative energy and change your mood just like that and not even know why you changed your mood. You can think of somebody, and if they're feeling down, you become down. If you're an empath, you pick up people's energies just by saying their name. And if they're not happy, you're not going to be happy. So you need to ground yourself every day. You need to protect yourself every day. You need to shield yourself every day. And maybe sage, once in a while. And any new place you go to, you need to sage. You don't know what kind of energy is hanging out in there, So, yes, Muriel, I can heal myself. And I'm glad you know that. We are just so powerful. We are aliens. We are all aliens. That's what we are. We're alien to our human body. We're alien to planet Earth. I mean, don't fear the stuff that's happening and coming around. B5. I mean, the cutest thing I ever saw, I'm going to end this with this, was I was watching the Steve Harvey show last year, and there was this two little boys he had on the show. One was black, and he wasn't even light-skinned black. He was black, dark-skinned black. The other child was a blonde, blue-eyed kid. Now, they don't know anything about race. They don't even see color. They decided to go to the barber shop and get their hair cut the same, exactly the same, so nobody would know who was who. It was the cutest thing. It's like they didn't go like, oh, well, obviously I don't look like him because I don't have that dark skin, or, or I don't have that blonde hair. No, it was their haircut. And that's reality. Prejudice is learned, separation is learned. This was all part of a plan to keep you down, to keep you at a low vibration, to keep you from your power, to keep you from all good things. So whatever is told to you, especially things that you need to do to keep yourself from getting something, don't do it. Like sunscreen. God created the sun. The sun heats up our planet. If we didn't have the sun, we would not be here. So why do you need to put sunscreen on to protect yourself from the bad sun rays you see? I could bet you all $1 million if you took this sunscreen to a lab, I bet you'd find poison in it. Stay away from any food that's processed. Only eat fresh, natural food. If you don't want to buy organic, then wash your vegetables. Organic isn't that much more. But think about it. Why is it that everything that's good for you is made so much more expensive that people don't buy it because they can't afford it? Now, you see, this is where my mind goes. Organic vegetables are more expensive because they're not sprayed with poison. Now, don't they have to pay for the poison? So wouldn't bad vegetables be more expensive than organic? Think about it. Ice cream. I'm sorry, people, dairy is deadly. Dairy does you no good at all. I do coconut milk or almond milk, almond ice cream, coconut ice cream, whatever, creamer, whatever. Dairy, soy-free. Soy is bad for you too. Dairy and soy-free cheese. But it's more expensive. Oh, they have to take the lactose out of it. They put it in. They have to take this out of it, take that out of it, so it's more money. I mean, you can buy a gallon of ice cream like this for $2, and you buy this much of coconut ice cream and it's like $5. What do they do different? They use coconuts instead of dairy, whatever, however they make this crap, and with all the sugar. Do you know that once I've eliminated sugar, if I eat sugar, I have a stomach ache for 3 days? I mean, your body will show you how bad your food is by eliminating it. Eliminate something for a month and then try to eat it after a month and see how you feel. So your body gets used to it, and you don't even notice half the crap that's in it. So, marijuana grows on our earth, and it's a healing planet. That's why it's illegal. God forbid you heal yourself from all their crap. I mean, do you see how all of this makes sense? Doesn't this make any sense to you? Germs. Oh my God. If we were really going to die from germs, we wouldn't even be here. I mean, when my daughter was born, my husband at the time couldn't even come to the hospital but for 1 hour a day because of germs. Because the germs will hurt the baby. Well, now your whole damn family, your neighborhood could come and watch a baby being born. They don't talk about the germs. No, they're more into let's get vaccines and flu shots so we can figure out ways to poison you differently. I mean, all of that stuff. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Don't do it. Go to Pinterest. There are some really smart people on Pinterest who know how to heal yourself naturally. They might have stuff, lotion for your skin that's natural. I mean, that's where you need to go. You get sick, find a natural way to take care of yourself. True, you do need the hospital once in a while. I mean, I had to go to the hospital. They do have some good things that they can take care of you at. But man, I went in there with 210 blood pressure. They thought I was having a stroke, a heart attack, whatever. And I lied down in the bed. Was I afraid? No. Was I stressed? No. I was lying there going, maybe my twin is calling me back to him. Take me then. Take me. I'm out of here. Take me. And if you're not going to take me, then phooey on you. And I just lied there and said, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. That's all I did. And then they come and take my blood pressure, and it went from 217 to 116. That's what I did. So, you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to get you to see. So anyway, I've been on here an hour, probably way too long, repeating myself. But use the tools, positive affirmations, what you're grateful for. Focus on loving yourself. Do things that you fear to overcome your fears. And that's all you need to do, and your world will change miraculously. So, thank you for those who joined. Oh gosh. Oh, okay. Well, Sophia, you grew in height till you were 30, but I mean, we're going to go back to 30. I'm not 30. And I'd love to go back to the skin of a 30-year-old, whatever. So that's what I'm talking about. And I don't know, was he trying to kill her? I don't know where that came from. I just saw that. If you're still on. Yes, vibrations, how to heal. Okay, thanks, Tina. Are you still on, Sophia? And tell me who you think was trying to kill who. And by the way, I hope you all feel my Reiki. I'm just looking to see. Oh, hi, Harold. Yeah, I'm a double Cancer. But my moon's in Aquarius. Okay. I don't know if Sophia's still on here. I don't see any new message from her. Hey, at any time you want to know anything, or you want me to discuss something, or something that you need help with, you know, I'd say send me a message, but just post it on my timeline, because Facebook blocks messages of people that you don't know. So if you send me a message and you're not my Facebook friend, I won't see it. Okay? So I'm sending you all love, healing, lights, positive energy, and be happy. Bye. Blowing you all kisses. Thanks for coming.